house feels messy, but you just don't have the time, energy, or mental bandwidth to declutter, today's video is for you. These 5 tips are low stress, low overwhelm, and the only thing you have to do is scratch out 10 minutes in a day. Hi, I'm Margot. I'm a home organization and decluttering coach teaching you how to get rid of the stuff that you don't love, want, or need. So if you like practical advice, hit the subscribe button. So let's chat about the 5 places that you can declutter because they're small, contained, and guess what? You won't emotionally spiral. Number 1, the junk drawer. Every home has one, or 5, or maybe even 10. Take out your junk drawer, put it on the floor, take out all of its contents, set an alarm for 10 minutes, and get to it. 3 categories: toss, keep, and relocate. Junk drawers are notorious for having miscellaneous items or specifically items that don't necessarily have a home to go to. This quick 10-minute decluttering win is not about organization, so please don't try to organize your junk drawer, which, by the way, junk drawers don't necessarily need organization, right? Because the whole entire premise behind a junk drawer is for you to sporadically dump random stuff into it. So the only thing you want to focus on is getting rid of the stuff that you don't need, love, or want. Get rid of those random takeout menus that are still left by your apartment door. Toss dead batteries, assuming you even know which ones are dead, because maybe you're like me and every time you take batteries out of a remote control, you, for whatever reason, put it into your junk drawer. And don't even get me started on mystery keys. I am not joking. I, at one point, still had keys from my previous apartments. Why? Why, I ask you? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you find yourself keeping random keys that you have no use for? And worst off, you don't even know what that key opens. But you're afraid to let it go because you think that you might need it one day. That day never comes. It just doesn't. Once the 10-minute timer runs out, call it a day and put your junk drawer back where it belongs. Rinse and repeat. Next up for a fast 10-minute win is your dresser drawer. Now I want to be very clear here, not your entire dresser because that's not going to take 10 minutes. Who are we kidding? Just the dresser drawer. And if you have a lot of stuff or maybe you have a very large dresser drawer, do what you can within the 10 minutes. It could literally just be a stack of clothing items or a pile, whatever. The key here is low stress, low overwhelm, to give your brain the satisfaction and the reward of decluttering. Your categories here should be either keep or toss/donate. If it's in good condition, however you don't want to keep it, then of course you can donate it. If it's way beyond its prime, then trash it, of course. Get rid of clothing that doesn't fit. Get rid of clothing that maybe you purchased and aesthetically look nice, but when you put it on, it's incredibly uncomfortable. I recently actually ordered a shirt, and when I got it, it's such a beautiful shirt, but I put it on and I felt itchy all over. And yes, I tried to wash. And when it came out of the laundry, it was still itchy, so I had to let it go. So again, this is 10 minutes, so this should really be easy decisions of what to keep and what to let go of. And because this is low stress and low overwhelm, if it's a maybe, then you keep it, right? You want to keep that momentum going because you only have 10 minutes. So we want to make maximum amount of progress. So it's an easy keep. Yes, you're unsure. You find yourself taking more than 5 seconds to decide about a shirt or a pair of pants. Keep it. Decluttering is one of those things that you have to build a muscle over time. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are letting go. So don't even stress about the maybe items. Just keep it. So it's a very clear, yes, I want this. No, I'm going to let this go. 10 minutes on the clock. Again, keep going one item at a time, one item at a time. When the alarm goes off, you are done. Congratulations. Number 3 is probably the easiest to declutter from the standpoint of making decisions. When I work with clients, especially those that really struggle letting go and have an emotional attachment to many of the items around the home, or maybe suffer from decision fatigue or decluttering paralysis, item number 3 that you can declutter, zone number 3 that you can declutter, the decisions are kind of made for you, and it is your medicine cabinet. Focus on getting rid of expired medication. Now, yes, I understand that there's certain medication, even after its expiration date, they still work, maybe just not as well. But again, you'll find medication in there for something that you had 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago that you potentially don't need. You might find medication that's way past its prime. Like my mom was recently decluttering and she found COVID tests from like 5 years ago. And I was like, Mommy, I think it's okay to let those go. So again, this should be quick decisions, right? If you're unsure, then keep it. Toss what's expired, products that don't work, old razors, even maybe items that you keep just in case and you've kept for about 2 years, I think it might be okay to let them go. Again, the 10-minute timer goes off, call it a day, celebrate, and keep it moving. Number 4, this is for all of you ladies, and this is going to be a very quick and rewarding win, and it might not even take you 10 minutes, might take you less, might take you the full 10, and it is your purse. Lip glosses you hate, old pens, random receipts, gum wrappers, maybe even a candy if you have children that's stuck to the bottom of your purse. Anybody experience this? Right? Our purses are junk drawers. Our purses at times are garbage bags. And I feel like, myself included, I don't go through my purse as often as I should. So dump it all out, toss what you don't need, and put whatever is left back in your purse. Drop a comment, let me know what is something strange that you found in your purse that you didn't even know was there. And number 5, the chair or that piece of furniture that collects everything. Your jacket, the hoodie, the laundry, the random totes. I find that every single household has that one bulky piece of furniture that just attracts, it's a catch-all for clutter. Set a timer for 10 minutes and declutter it. And I promise you, that feeling of looking at it when it's nice, clean, tidy, and has nothing on it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that feels so good. And it's also going to make your space look much more tidier. Now, by the way, this might seem incredibly atomic, and this might be a controversial thing that might upset some people, but I'm going to say it. You might even, if you have that piece of furniture, sometimes it's a coffee table, sometimes it's a chair, sometimes it's even a treadmill, that's just collecting and attracting clutter, and you don't actually use it, you might want to consider letting it go. I know, but if we don't use it and it's a bulky piece of furniture and the only purpose it serves is as storage and it kind of makes your eye twitch, then why not get rid of it? You know, many years ago, 10 plus years ago, I had a beautiful coffee table, and it was like a trunk, so you can use it for storage, and it was a coffee table at the same time. And I loved it. It was gorgeous, right? But the problem that I had with it, it was a catch-all for surface clutter. And I have kids, I have pets, the dog hair, the toys, the coffee cups, the plates, I mean, magazines. Like, no matter how often I cleaned it, it would constantly attract clutter. And I found myself cleaning it multiple times a day, and it drove me absolutely wild. So full transparency, as hard as it was and as much as I loved it, I gave it away to my neighbor who was admiring it for quite some time. It made her happy. It made her home feel and look great, and she was incredibly ecstatic. And I never looked back, right? I do not miss that coffee table. And some of you might be wondering, where do you put the cups or, you know, the remote control? I literally have a very small shelf to the side of my couch, and that is what we use to put our coffee cups and the remote control. So we adapt, right? So again, I'm not telling you to get rid of it, but something to think about. So obviously you don't need to do all 5 in 1 week. You can kind of select which one resonates the most with you. You can select the one that doesn't feel overwhelming and doesn't feel stressful and start there. And then maybe just do one of these a week and see how it goes. The truth is that decluttering doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be time consuming in order to be effective. The most important thing is consistency. Whether you can just get rid of 1 item a day or you declutter 10 minutes a day, if you are consistent, you are going to see progress. Thank you so much for watching. As always, good luck on your decluttering journey, and remember to be good to yourself.